Well, we're back again for Destination Smooth Jazz 6, and I'm sitting here with one of the fabulous entertainers who's going to be with us tonight, and this is Mr. D. Brown, all the way from Detroit. And D, when we get together with the artists, we always do this thing. It's called 10 Questions in 5 Minutes. So what we're going to start with is, first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I mean, that's a long story. Basically, I am from Detroit. I grew up in Detroit. I was actually born in the hospital in Detroit. My preschool and grade school, all the way up to about junior high, was in Detroit. I then moved to Oak Park, and I graduated from Oak Park High.
So what made you decide to get into the music business?
Oh, that's a beautiful question there, young man. All right, so this is what happened. My father was a music enthusiast. His name is George Sonny Brown. And when I was growing up as a kid, all I heard was instrumental music all the time, jazz greats like Monk and Miles Davis and Charlie Parker. And then one day, I was hearing an instrument I never heard before. And I was about 2 years old, 1 or 2 years old. I said, "Dad, what instrument is that?" He said, "Son, that's a guitar." That was none other than the guitar of Wes Montgomery. So that's the first guitarist I heard, and I told him when I heard that, I said, "That's the instrument I want to play."
So what was it like the first time you went out on tour and the first time that you heard some of your music on radio?
Well, you know, anytime you turn on the radio and you hear your music, it's like you want to tell everybody in the world, hey, my song is on the radio. Check this out. You know, but it's very heartwarming, and it's a lot of hard work, you know, creating that music. And then you know that you put a lot into it, and then you hear it on the radio. It's just a feel of success.
So where does your creativity come from?
Heavenly. And, you know, I think the main thing about music is the more you learn, the more you study, the more you understand, the more creative you can be because you understand how to put the pieces together. So I think mainly I'm a vocalist initially. So when I'm playing my music, I'm actually singing those melodies that you hear. So sometimes I play a lot of notes, and sometimes I don't play a lot of notes because in singing, you don't really play a lot of notes. You just kind of stick to the melody. So that's kind of how my music goes.
So what is one of your most favorite collaborations that you've had to this point?
I had a collaboration with a gentleman by the name of Bob Baldwin. I understand he's going to be coming here to the Destination Jazz. And we did a tune called I Will. And right now, today, on Spotify, that song is my most played song. I think we're right around 5 million, right over 5 million plays.
So is there someone that's still out there that you haven't collaborated with that you love to?
Well, there's many artists I'd love to collaborate, you know. And you know, in this business, you don't get a chance to collaborate with a lot of them. But, you know, when I think about, you know, artists, I really want to play with, you know, someone like, what's his name? You had him here as a bass player.
Oh, Julian Vaughn.
Julian Vaughn. I like to do like a bass combination with something like that. And, you know, someone that's really like out there like a Dave Koz. I mean, because he's way out there. I like to do something with him and, you know, put something together with that.
So how do you balance work life being on the road so much?
Well, you know, it's a day-by-day thing. You can't eat it all at one time, just a little bit at a time. And, you know, you look at all the things that you have to do, and you just take little pieces of it, little piece here, little piece until you get it all done.
And what advice do you have for the next generation of musicians?
Well, you know, I am very afraid of the next ones that are coming out because we got this AI thing coming out. And AI does everything. It mixes, it masters, it writes your whole song for you. And I'm kind of wondering, what are we going to do with that? But basically, you have to start with being the musician, loving your instrument, studying your instrument, and understand what it can do.
And you happen to have a copy of your CD, and I know it will be available tonight, so tell us about this.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is my 6th CD. I'm on Intervision Records, as you can see. And from what people tells me, they say this is my best CD ever. So I think on this song I have 6 singles on it. And there's also a single that came out last year. It's going to be re-released. It's called Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. And that's being played right now. And right now on iTunes, that's my most played song. But right now, the new single that's out on radio is called Finesse.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first from Mr. D. Brown. So put your hands together and get ready for D. Brown.
Ladies and gentlemen, Justin on saxophone.